Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Coding Minds web conference. The hosts for tonight are Terrence and Nina. So tonight's presenter is Shang Xu, and the program is related to a board game. For those of you that don't know, Werewolf, a large-scale board game, is an essential reserve for contemporary youth group activities. In order to be able to play Werewolf board games online with classmates during the epidemic, Shang developed his own Werewolf online system using Python. Up to a dozen players can be online at the same time, or you can switch to human-machine versus mode. The system is smooth, cleverly designed, and well worth trying. So without further ado, Shang, you may begin and share your screen.
All right, thank you very much. I'll take over from now. Okay. So welcome everyone, and let's get started. So I am currently a middle schooler in Rancho San Joaquin Middle School, 13 years old, 8th grade. I do like coding, also playing games, and I spent over 5 months developing this game. I got the idea to make this game because this used to be one of my favorite games to play with my friends, like board games. So yeah. And I got kind of bored when I was thinking of ideas to make. So Werewolves and Metal Hollows is basically a board game that requires 12 people to play the vanilla version. There will be 4 werewolves attempting to kill the 6 humans, which 4 of them have special ability to defend themselves and others. The goal is to eliminate the other team. If you're a human, that means the other team is werewolves, and vice versa, by voting them out during the day or killing them during the night. So for the GUIs, I use Python Turtle. This is actually my first time doing this. I think this is somewhat easy to use with buttons and stuff. Here are some of the things that actually will show up in the gaming process. The killing animation, like the things you choose at night, game over scene, and voting during the day. And should I do a demonstration?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I guess I'll go over the code first. So there are a total of 4 different files that contains code inside the program. This one, so main is where all the actual code kind of goes together. Here are where the role selection, that's the random role selection and the spectating or not are determined. And here the main loop that decide whether the game is still running or not. And down here is the animation. And this buttons is .py, just where all the buttons are defined. Graphics.py, give it a second to load. Yeah, this is where all the graphics output, Python Turtle stuff are actually put together. So here are some of the animations of, all of these are animations, and here are the actual buttons that are being used. And roles.py is kind of the actual gaming mechanic. It's where the actual gaming mechanics itself is being defined. So yeah, and here is the actual function defined to vote people out during the day, and all the programs, all the codes that define what players what things can actually do, I guess. So each file, excluding the buttons file, wait, give me a sec, contain about 300 lines of code or more. Give me 1 second. All right, now it's fixed. So yeah, so all three files excluding the buttons file combined have all about 300 lines of code, and the log.txt is kind of a recording of what happened and will get gradually updated during the playing itself. Let's get started. The game starting up. So here is like the before the game starts determines whether you want to spectate or not. I'm just gonna choose no, telling us what color we are. So at night, everybody is black, so you can't tell who is which role based on their colors. And according to the text, I probably get the witch role. So the power of the witch is the ability to save someone that's killed at night, and the ability to, I guess, kill someone at night too. I'm just gonna randomly choose someone, and it'll appear that I used the potion on blue. And here are the animations. And as you can see, the log.txt is getting updated gradually when the game is processing. So here's the daytime thing. So you can choose whoever you want to vote for. I'm also going to do this randomly, just for demonstration purposes. And basically this cycle just continues until either team loses or you die, which in this case is I am black. And yeah, that's basically it for the program. Yes. So they came to quite a few challenges during the process of the programming, and I was kind of forced to learn a lot of new things to overcome them, which includes but does not limit to how to like multi-file, how to make program with multiple files, actually how to use Python Turtle to do graphic outputs, and how to actually take inputs with graphics. So for future developments, I'm planning to like learn about like machine learning and actually implement actual AI into the game, because like right now it's just random number generators. And maybe even also import some better graphics by like getting pictures and stuff. And right now it's currently still limited to machine versus player versus machine, or just completely machine. So I'm planning to do also an online multiplayer version of this sometimes later. And here's the contact information. Thank you very much.
Oh, nice. Okay, so now we can go on to Q&A. You guys have questions, drop them in the chat. Okay, someone asks, where can we play this? Do you feel comfortable sharing your GitHub link?
This isn't on GitHub. This is on another, but yeah, I do feel kind of comfortable to share the link because there is a version that everyone can access.
Yeah, sorry, I meant REPL. And then also, do you always get assigned to be the witch, or like?
No, the assign like which role you get is completely random.
Okay.
Just that I just so happen to get this role this time.
So my question is, how do you plan on implementing the better graphics?
This is still kind of a to be determined question for me, but I think I may be able to import some, I guess, pictures of stuff, and maybe even like do a short animation like on other platforms, and maybe import that into the program, like in between the day-night cycle shifts. I don't know. I'm still not really good at Python Turtle yet.
I mean, the animations look pretty cool already.
Thanks. Thanks. Need more?
Do you guys does the audience have any recommendations or like any suggestions for the game or anything that you want to see happen? Also, I'm taking a vote. Would you guys like Kahoot next week? Just put it in the chat, yes or no. Okay, cool. Then we'll have Kahoot next week.
Okay, so when did you start creating this program?
I started creating this. Give me. So yeah, I started creating this last year around December when I was like utterly bored and can't think of anything else to make. And then I kind of put a halt on it for like a few weeks because I kind of ran out of idea of how to make this, and then I just proceeded to continue making this.
Oh, and then also in the intro, I think the intro said something about the game being able to hold up to 1,000 players. How does that work?
So in the further development stage, I'm actually planning to split the game into like a server end and a client end. So the server end is the one that's actually in charge of all the game mechanic and storage of information and all the actual mechanics, while the client end just accepts information and provides a graphic output. So supposedly the client, so like the server end will pair the client ends together to make a server, I guess, to play. So that's like one idea of how it's going to work.
That's cool. Do you think that'll take a lot of work, or?
Most definitely, because right now the most basic Flask element is still taking me quite a while to learn.
Yeah, your game is pretty impressive, and I think let's have last call for questions. We don't have any questions. We can end it here.
All right, so if we don't have any questions, that would be it for tonight's Coding Minds web conference. Thank you, Shang, for presenting and sharing. And thank you all for joining, and we will see you next week. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you
for inviting to this.